never too early to realize it, but it's really hurt when you realize it too late.
Everything that happened to us has a reason.
Today, we are going to explore the realism art. Ito ay tumutukoy sa katotohanan ng mundo. Tara, hali kayo, samahan akong matuto. Origin of Realism. Gusto niyo ba itong malaman? Realism was an artistic movement that emerged in France in the 1840s. Around the 1848 revolution, realists rejected Romanticism, which had dominated French literature and art since the early 19th century. So, proceed na tayo sa next.
So let's talk about the characteristic of realism. One of the defining aspects of realism, it was emphasis on the lives and experiences of average individuals. This was a departure from previous painting styles, which frequently depicted historic and heroic individuals, and instead of sought to capture the realities of daily life. Aside from that, let's talk about the key artists and their significance. One of the examples of the paintings is the Stonebreakers, which is made by Gustave Courbet. So let's talk about the meaning of the art.
For first example of realism art is made by Gustave Courbet, entitled The Stonebreakers. He made it by the year of 1849. It is a quintessential example of realism. It depicts two laborers performing the grueling task of breaking stones, showing them in a raw and embellished manner. Unlike earlier art movements that romanticize or idealize subject, Courbet's work highlights the everyday lives and struggles of the common workers, presenting them with honest detail and without any heroic exaggeration. The painting reflects the social realities of the 19th century, focusing on the working class and their labor. Courbet's attention to detail and his rejection of idealization make this piece a powerful statement of realism, emphasizing the importance and dignity of everyday work of people.
Then our next example is the artwork called Gleaners, which is depicted rural laborers, which is made by Jean Franklin Millet. So let us hear the meaning of this artwork.
The next example of realism is made by Jean-Francois Millet, entitled The Art the Gleaners, made in the year 1857. The artwork is a powerful example of realism. The painting depicts three peasant women gathering leftover grain in a field, focusing on the hard, physical labor of the lower class, instead of romanticizing rural life. Millet portrays the women's work with dignity and honesty, showing the difficult realities of poverty and labor. The naturalistic details such as their worn clothing and the vast, unforgiving landscape emphasize the harshness of rural life. Through this unflinching depiction, Millet highlights the struggles of the working class as a key theme in realism.
And lastly, we have the art called Third Class Carriage, which is made by Honor Dumire. And let us hear once again the meaning of this artwork.
Last but not the least, is the example of realism is made by Honor Daumers, entitled The Art, the Third Class Carriage, made in the year 1862. This art is a powerful example of realism, portraying the difficult lives of working class individuals. The painting depicts cramped, weary passengers in a third-class train carriage, emphasizing the harsh condition faced by the poor during the industrial era. Daumers' unflinching honest depiction contrasts sharply with the idealized or dramatic subject of earlier art movements. The detailed portrayal of execution and discomfort in the figures highlights the everyday struggles of ordinary people. Beyond its visual depiction, the painting serves as a social critique, exposing the inequalities in the human condition experienced by the lower class.
For our last part of our presentation, we will explore the cultural and historical context in which the movement emerged.
Middle of the 19th century, a profound shift began to take place in the world of art. The realism movement emerged, marking a radical departure from the romanticized depictions of nature and historical grandeur that had dominated the previous century. It was a time of tremendous change politically, socially, and economically, especially in France, where these movements first took root. The early 1800s in Europe was a period marked by revolution and industrialization. The French Revolution of 1789 and the upheavals that followed, including the 1848 Revolution, had shaken the social fabric. This was a time when the working class was asserting itself and there was a growing interest in social justice, the rights of the common man, and the effects of industrialization on everyday life. Against this backdrop, many artists began to reject the romantic emphasis on emotion and the sublime. Instead, they sought to represent the real, often harsh, lives of ordinary people. It wasn't just about aesthetics anymore, it was about reflecting the new realities of society. Artists like Gustave Courbet were at the forefront of this change. Courbet's famous painting The Stonebreakers, made in 1849, for example, depicted two laborers breaking stones by the side of a road, simple mundane work that had never been glorified in art before. He famously said, "I have never seen an angel. Show me an angel and I'll paint one." This focus on everyday life on the laborer, the peasant, and the working class was revolutionary. It aligned with the rise of industrialization, which had transformed much of Europe into an urban mechanized world. With the movement's emphasis on reality, realism not only represented ordinary people but also addressed social issues like poverty and inequality, making art more accessible and politically engaged. Realism arose as part of a larger intellectual and cultural shift. Philosophers and writers, including Karl Marx and Emile Zola, were writing about the condition of the working class and the realities of industrial capitalism. In literature, figures like Charles Dickens were exploring the themes of social class, poverty, and human struggle. Realist artists were responding to this intellectual climate by showing the greater unvarnished side of life through their work. The movement spread beyond France. Artists across Europe, including in England and Russia, began to adopt these principles, creating works that depicted life without artifice or idealization. Realism helped pave the way for later movements like Impressionism, which further broke away from traditional artistic convention. In conclusion, in the end, realism was more than just a style of art, it was a mirror to the changing times. It reflected the complexities of modern life, the challenge faced by the working class, and the shifting cultural landscape of the 19th century. Today, realism reminds us that the art is not just about the beauty, but about truth and the stories that need to be told.
As we finish our look at realism, it's clear that this art movement changed how artists show the world. Instead of painting beautiful or dreamy scenes, realism showed real life, especially the struggles of ordinary people. Artists like Courbet, Millet, and Daumers focused on the working class, showing their hard work, poverty, and daily life. Realism wasn't just about art, it also sent us a message about the unfairness and challenge faced by the poor. These artists wanted people to see the truth, even if it was uncomfortable. Their work still matters today, as it helps us think about problems like inequality and labor. So, thank you for joining us. We hope this presentation helped you understand the power of realism and its place in art and society.